It's Steelers 365 here on TribLive.com with Super Steeler Mike Logan. I'm Ken Laird, all brought to you by Eastern H2O in the Fox Chapel Plaza. The excitement of sports in any season at EasternH2O.com, Mike, but also reactor watches.
This is looking pretty sweet right here, man.
Baby. Never go dark. Never dark technology, and they got a big Black Friday sale coming up this week, too, so you got to check out these bad boys
so you get
on the website.
Get you a nice meal Thursday night, get all fired up, and go shopping, get yourself a nice timepiece here.
Sharp. You got a lot of bling on. You also have your, what is this, your USO prep?
Yeah, this is a university prep or district championship. We won our game this week in Clarion, PA, played against Clearfield. So I'm wearing the bling today. I got the bling on here, got the bling on there.
Steelers don't have any AFC North Division bling just yet, Mike, and those hopes took a hit last night. Right. You've played in several of these Steelers-Baltimore Ravens games. How did this one rank to you watching from home? 13-10 is certainly kind of a familiar score between these two, but just a very ugly game, right. Conservative on both sides, backup quarterback obviously in effect for the Steelers. What did you think?
I expected that because of the situation with Ben Roethlisberger being injured, Byron Leftwich coming in off the bench, not really battle tested. So I thought the game plan was going to be conservative, kind of one of those boring games. You knew it was kind of going to be low scoring, defensive duel, which I enjoy, but it makes for a boring game. And you never know, because when it comes down to the end, the game can go either way. It could be one play here or there that matters the difference in the game. And I think last night, with the punt return for the touchdown, that was the deciding factor in that football game.
You played a lot of special teams in your 10 years in the league as well. Mike Tomlin blamed the core of the coverage. He said they double blocked the Gunners. What happened there from what you saw?
From what I could see, I think it was just a mix-up in the calls. We had this happen to us in AFC playoff game against the Patriots back in the day.
That was the last punt return at Heinz Field, actually. Smith return.
Right. And what you have is you have a certain call where we can either kick the ball to the right, to the left, or kick it down to the middle, and then we react on that. So I think what they had maybe a little miscommunication on the inside there, and then Jacoby Jones made an outstanding run right there. He made some nice cuts, made some people miss, and then it was just off to the races. Yeah,
the Steelers clearly losing the special teams battle, but also the offense gets 7 points early, a 47-second drive, and they get 3 the entire rest of the night, which you knew it might be a struggle for the O to put up some points. But what was more disappointing to you, the Mike Wallace fumble early, the inability to score in the red zone, or was it more of a coaching, aggressiveness, lack thereof that you thought bogged them down?
Two things I think were disappointing. One was the offensive coordinator's game plan going into this game. I think he went a little conservative, just saying, Byron Leftwich hasn't been in to run this style of offense that we have in our arsenal, and I think he got a little too conservative. But I was really disappointed in the red zone and not utilizing Heath Miller, who's been outstanding this year, in the red zone on third down. I think Byron just completely forgot about his, most used weapon down in the red zone in Heath Miller.
Yeah, went to the fade pass to Wallace, but settled for the field goal. Never really got back within striking distance. On the positive side, the Steelers' defense played really well. I mean, they held Baltimore to 200 yards of offense, and Keenan Lewis is becoming a nice story for them.
Yeah, Keenan Lewis, a guy who's always had that potential. You heard it from all of his teammates saying that he can go out there and be the guy that they can depend on. He's becoming that guy. But the way the defense played last night was tremendous. I mean, you still have Troy Polamalu out. You're finally getting James Harrison and Lamar Woodley to get that outside pressure on quarterbacks. But being able to hold Ray Rice to 40 yards on 20 carries and keep that Baltimore offense, who's been scoring a lot of points over the past couple of weeks, to without a touchdown, offensive touchdown. I think that was outstanding.
Ray Rice, after the game, went into the Ravens locker room with a terrible towel on his head. He was singing Renegade by Styx. That's a painful moment for Steelers fans to see. In 2 weeks, they meet again. What's your early thought on the rematch? Obviously, we're not sure how healthy several players will be, but do you think the division is lost?
I think it's going to be a very interesting game. These guys know now what the game plan is. I think they'll open it up a little bit more. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be more in a pressing situation because they dropped this game last night, but I think they'll come out and allow Byron Leftwich, if he's going to be the starting quarterback, a little more freedom just to go out there and utilize the whole playbook, make sure that he understands what weapons he has in situational football. And I think it's going to make for an interesting battle. I hope that Ben Roethlisberger is back, so the Pittsburgh Steelers can go out and play the type of football that they want to play leading into the playoffs. I think you need him to be in there for that rematch, because if they drop that one against the Ravens, who knows how that wild card spot is going to play out. So it's going to be interesting to see over the next couple of weeks. Ben
did look all right running down the sideline with his one arm in a sling. We'll see how he progresses here in the next couple of weeks. It's Cleveland week. We'll be covering it all week here at TribLive.com. In the meantime, check out the Reactor watches. EasternH2O.com.
Put Ben Roethlisberger in one of these watches where he has the arm in the sling. He'll be able to, promote it out.
Model. You wear your sling next week. For Mike Logan, I'm Ken Laird at Steelers 365.